A lot of RV owners assume that roof solar is the answer, and you know what? Probably 99% of the time it is, until you get parked in the shade. And if you're parked in the shade, and when you're dependent on that power, things fall short really fast. Today I'm going to show you my backup system, and I actually think you're going to be quite impressed. So the roof panels aren't getting much sun yet, but I've got a little bit of a workaround here. I've got a 200 watt Suitcase panel here from Renogy, and we're going to hook that up and just see how much quicker my day can get on with recovering my batteries before sun gets up to my solar array on top of my trailer. I actually bought this little Suitcase solar panel when I first started playing with solar, and it actually helped me to determine how much power needs that I had when I was coming out to go camping. And I found that the 200 watt was actually fairly close to what I needed for being able to sustain the energy needs that I was requiring. And so we're going to get this thing set up in the sun. Cool thing about this is it's got its own charge controller. There's not a lot to do other than just prop it up here and get it plugged in. So one of the tricks here, of course, this solar panel is no different than the one that you hook up to your RV trailer up top. So we want to connect to the batteries first, and then we'll plug in the solar array. So that's the order that I do those in, and this particular unit's got its own charge controller built in here right now as well. Okay, so we're going to clip that directly to our batteries here. And before I actually start going, what we're going to do to test this is we're going to go inside and see how much amperage we're actually recording on the other panels, the other ones up here, because the sun's just starting to peer out here, and we're going to see how much charge is getting at this light. 0.5 of an amp up here in the corner, not very much. Our voltage is just starting to float here, 13.6. Let's see what happens when we hook up that extra 200 watts of power. Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick rundown here. We've got 13.7 volts on our battery right now, so similar to what it says inside. And we got 0 amps because I don't have it connected yet. So I'm going to connect this up here. Okay, and we'll give it a minute here, and it will start to show some level of charge here. So here it's actually, see, we're getting more amperage now than we were inside, and that's because I can move this and be more in the direct sunlight here. You can see currently, you know, I can't move the RV, it's parked in its spot, and we've got pretty much no sun on the trailer right now. But guess what does have sun? That baby right there. So here's a good use of the solar. We're already getting power to the batteries. So just for the record here, I've actually got 0 amps coming in on top of my trailer right now. And let's see what we got for amperage here on our solar panel. Okay, so we've got 9.7 amps here happening. That's not even quite 9 o'clock yet, so the sun's still quite low. But we've got some decent recovery happening on our batteries already while we're still in the shade here. And I was just inside and looking. We're only getting 0.5 of an amp on our 400 watt system over there, just because it's just simply not in the sun. So with the portable system, we can not only move it out into the sun, but we can also angle it towards the sun, which gives it more effectiveness as well. So we're on our way to really getting a decent charge recovery or battery recovery. We're at 2.2 amp hours charged, and we're getting nice and close here to the batteries being topped up. So it'll be interesting to see how much this has actually recovered the batteries and when the system up here starts to recover the batteries. And we've just hit 10 amps, so I guess we're at about 120 watts. That's some pretty decent recovery here. Watt hours starts climbing fast at that rate. So it's now about 10 o'clock and we've had a good chance to actually get a charge going onto the trailer. Ironically, my batteries were not depleted that much overnight. The furnace didn't run that often. We're starting to get some shade here now on the panels themselves, but they've already proven themselves. I'm going to show you just how that is. So when we come out here to check our readings here, we've got a total of 6.9 amp hours through charging here. Our batteries are topped up at 14.4. That's what I got this controller set for, the maximum. And you can see that we've only got 1.1 amp drawing through the panels right now with a bunch of sun. And if you've looked at my other video about why my solar reads 0 amps, you're going to understand very easily why the amperage goes down to 0. So for those of you that haven't seen that video yet, you can head over there and check that out. But there's so right now our batteries are full. We've used a total of 7 amp hours of charging, and I would call that a pretty good success story considering we're still in the shade over here. So that's a telltale. The portable panels completely did the charging for the trailer in about 2.5 hours. If you're interested in purchasing the gear that I used exactly right here, I'm going to drop a link in the description so you can go through there. It is an affiliate link, so the channel will actually benefit if you make a purchase, but what's even more important is they usually offer discounts on this page and you might be able to save a few dollars. So just doing a little bit of math on it, I have 5 amp hours recovered here on my batteries, and the trailer hasn't even hit the sunlight yet. So it actually ends up being about 5% of my actual capacity of my batteries that have been recovered before I even got any sun on here. And at the end of the day, that can make a significant difference. So if you found something of value of this video, I really appreciate the thumbs up. Click that subscribe button. We're always testing real life RV camping items, solving problems as we go along out there. These are real world issues, and I hope to see you at the next one.